Welcome back to Making a Difference, and joining me now is Allison Pate. She's the Executive Director of the WINGS program. And Allison, thank you so much for joining me.
Well, thank you for having me. We really appreciate the opportunity to tell you about our program.
Well, we have had a good time seeing the house and learning about some of the life skills that these young men are learning. But I wanted you to tell me a little bit about how the WINGS program got started, because it's pretty new, isn't it?
It is. It started as a brainchild about 3 years ago, and we, through having my own kids and our own experiences, started getting a better understanding of what young men were going through. I have three sons, and we found that I was working with foster kids, and I didn't know what would happen to them after they graduated out of high school, or most of them didn't finish high school. You know, what would become of them. And so it became a kind of mission for me to gather like forces and find people who would serve on our board and help us raise money, and service agencies in town who understood the issues these kids were going through. And so we've had a very exciting collaborative journey to the opening last December. And so we have 4 young men. Our first is getting ready to graduate, and we have a great little program going.
I can imagine this takes a lot of effort on a lot of people in the community to pull something like this off. Who are some of the agencies you've been working with?
Oh my gosh, we have been so blessed. So the Providence Hood River Memorial Hospital is one of our favorites. They have really supported us. They're providing some mental health, dental, and health care for our guys. Mid-Columbia Council of Governments, MCOG, has been a great asset for us this summer, doing a work readiness training program for our guys, teaching them to interview and write their own resume and identify career opportunities. We have folks on the Next Door, Mid-Columbia Center for Living. All of these forces have come together to help us, and we're very proud that a grant was just provided to us by Mid-Columbia Community Action Council, and they are supporting us with some funds to keep us, helping us be sustainable.
Well, I imagine on the part of the young men that this is a major impact on their lives. And how do they end up finding out about the WINGS program? And
we advertise for them. We're looking for young men who are at that stage in their lives where they are ready to make a change. They've seen that it's not going the way they want. Their life's not going anywhere in a hurry, and in fact it's probably going in the wrong direction pretty fast, and it's a pretty slippery slope once it starts to go. So they've come to us voluntarily. Sometimes they hear about it word of mouth. Sometimes we do run ads in the paper and on various websites, and then they find us. And it's a complicated process. We do weed them out by you know, they have to fill out an application, and half of them never get to that point. And then we do a workday trial where they come out and work alongside the guys, so they know what work looks like. Then we also go through an interview process with our board, our selection committee, and then they do a 2-week trial and come out and live and work for 2 weeks and make sure that it's a program that fits their goals and what they're trying to do.
Yeah, this definitely isn't for everybody, because
it's
a whole year-long program. And
it's 9 months to a year. It's a self-paced program. We have 9 different things that they must complete and move along in order to graduate from phase 1 to phase 2, which is, phase 2 is living on their own and having their own job, and hopefully staying in the community and staying involved with WINGS, but more on their own.
Well, I like that, because you're going to continue to monitor them after they live this housing situation.
Right, we just don't go, good luck.
Yeah, well, that's great, because I can see there could be some pitfalls to that too. Now, you were also telling me that there's some financial incentives for the young men with this program?
Well, I'm not sure that they would consider the financial incentives, because it's pretty thin, but what we do, we give them $20 a week. All the work that we do is pooled so that all of the resources pay for their living expenses. And then they're given $20 a week. We call that WAM, walking around money.
I like that.
Yeah, and then they earn $250 a month. We write them a check, and it goes into a savings account in their name. And they are given access to that money upon graduation from phase 1. And
you were telling me there is 4 phases, or there are 4 phases to this program. What are those?
Well,
Allison?
we feel that we found when we were looking at it was one of those fluky things where you're looking at foster kids and you think, well, surely somebody must be doing something to help these kids, because who could possibly think an 18-year-old could be sustainable you know, oh, good luck, go live on your own and get a job and go to school, because it's
Right.
impossible. So we said, what does a kid need? Well, he needs a clean and sober place to live, and because they don't know how to do the laundry and they don't know how to clean the house and care for themselves, and so that's an important aspect. We, of course, they need work, and to learn how to work well and as part of a team. And then there's also an education component, which is sort of a life skills training, how to be emotionally sustainable, and also then continuing your education. One of our young men is just a few like a half a credit away from graduating. Darren got his GED while he's in the program, and the other two are going on to the community college this fall. So, and we also have then the support services that these other companies are able to supply to us. They haven't been to the dentist in years. They haven't had a physical. Some of them could use a little mental health stabilization. So there's all those things. So it's sort of 4 different pieces that we try to provide.
Well, Allison, congratulations on starting a wonderful program. And
thank you.
We're happy to be featuring it on Making a Difference. And I know one of the phases that Allison was talking about, we're going to take a look at that in just a few minutes, how these young men get on-the-job experience when Making a Difference continues.